So one of the songs on my playlist that has been on repeat is Ibhandla by Java Raf, MT and Saudi. This is Tasha Talks, hosted by myself, Natasha Mahaba. If you're new here, please subscribe on my YouTube channel, like, comment, and share this with your loved ones. And if you're listening on Spotify, make sure to give my podcast 5 stars, rate it up, and also follow. And you can also, I think it's like you're turning on your notifications or something so that you can be reminded every time when I drop, and also on Apple Podcast, make sure that you follow. Are you following or are you liking there? But yeah, do what you gotta do, right? So as I was saying, that one of the songs that I've been listening to repeatedly, so it's Ibhandla. Ibhandla is such a beautiful song. Oh, it is such a beautiful song, and it reminded me of when they were still friends back. Okay, they're still friends, but like during the I don't remember the name of their recording label at that moment, but then the time when they released Abangani. However, this podcast or this episode, it's not about them, it's about the message that they have delivered, that had got me reflecting on gratitude. So basically, the topic of the day today is gratitude, and this is me trying to remind you to be grateful, because I feel like we tend to overlook certain things that we need to be grateful for because of entitlement. Majority of us as human beings, me included, we feel like we're entitled to certain things and we don't see the necessity of being grateful or being appreciative of those things. So one of the things that I can talk about is relationships, because we hear lapaya Java says that as and relationships, regardless of the nature of the relationship, is it a romantic relationship or your family or your friends, platonic, whatever the kind of relationship that you're having with whoever the person that it may be, I urge you to practice gratitude to that relationship, because kunzima to keep people around, and to keep those relationships still on and going. And majority of us, we don't practice gratitude, especially when it comes to our friendships, those kind of relationships. We don't do that because we have entitlement. We feel like our friends are meant to be our friends and are meant to be doing certain things, so we do not actually appreciate and be grateful of them. So there was this other time when I was, I think, scrolling on Instagram, and Grace was kind of giving us a template as to how you have to journal, right? And then I saw there that she was saying that maybe write 5 things that you're grateful for, whether it's weekly or daily, just do it. And then I started doing that. It was working, but to a certain extent, because I'm not so much of a person that likes journaling. I prefer saying things out loud. I prefer talking. I prefer, I'm not so much of a writer. I am still trying to maneuver my way into it, but I know myself, I'm not that person, right? So it failed for me to write things down. So I preferred saying them out loud, to say, you know what, I'm grateful of Spanban, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for that and that and that, And then it helped me to also remain humble in life, to stop feeling entitled, to stop feeling like everything that is happening in my life, I deserve it, Because at the end of the day, abanye abantu, they don't have those things, And the most hurting part about not you being grateful or being appreciative of what you have, it's that you'll never know what you have until it's gone. The moment you're still thinking with, you know what, you have this and you're not even appreciating it, it can literally be gone within a blink of an eye. So I urge you guys to be grateful, to practice gratitude in everything that you have in life. And I think one of the things that take away appreciation and gratitude, it's because we focus too much on what's the next step. You're like, you know what, maybe let's talk about present moments. Let's leave friendships alone or relationships. Let's talk about present moments. We don't want to sit in the moment, we don't want to appreciate the moment, we don't want to be grateful of where we are right now, but we're always trying to get somewhere. We don't have a destination, and that is how life works. Sadly enough, you can never get to a certain point and be like, I'm appreciative now, I'm enough, everything is well and good, get sharp, but I don't have any. We always have goals set. You get to your 90, you're like, now my next goal is 100%. You get to 100%, you're like, now I want 100% for all my modules. You get to 100% for all my modules, you're like, I want to go and do my honors, I want to go and do this. It's like, goal after goal after goal after goal, that when you have gotten to that goal, you don't even sit down in that moment and appreciate that moment. And that takes away the beauty of life, because now your mind is constantly on a race. It's constantly running and running and running and running, but it never rests. It never sits down and appreciate where it has gotten. You're like 10 kilometers, and after 10 kilometers you just want to do 15, you just want to do 20, 30, just like that. You don't even want to appreciate, you don't even want to celebrate that 10 kilometers. You don't even want to sit down and be like, I've done it. I never thought I was going to be able to do it, so let me celebrate. And I'm one person that I celebrate each and every milestone that is happening in my life. I celebrate each and every milestone. If you are my friend or my family, you'd know this. I think my mother never really, like, she can't even grasp of how I do things, because I'd be like, maybe looking at my phone and I can see, because okay, I've reached certain followers, I've reached what, and so, and I'd be like, Mama, tomorrow I'm going to the mall, I need to get myself a cake, I need to celebrate something. She's like, hypo, just like that. I'm like, yeah, I need to celebrate myself. I'm someone that truly celebrates herself. Oh man, I celebrate myself, guys. I celebrate myself. Like, I'm cool, I don't want to lie. It's either I just do a lot to make sure that I feel like I have appreciated that moment before I can even move to the next moments. Because trust me, I'm gonna move to the next step. I'm not gonna sit down and be like, I don't want something. No, more of something is good. I do want more. Trust me, like anybody. But what I am advising from me to you, it's that sit down and be appreciative of the things that you have now, and always try to look for the good in the bad. I sound like a motivational speaker right now, those boring motivational speakers, but it's okay, it's fine. But take my word, please. Try to find the good in everything that is bad, because trust me, there is always something to be grateful for. Even in the baddest things, there's always something to be grateful for. And it's very difficult for you to look for something to be grateful for when the situation seems to be terrible. You're like, yo, mudimu, and atlile, or you feel alone, you feel lost, you feel like no one is there to support you. And how do you, what are you supposed to do? It's okay to cry, but it's also very important for you to rise up and be grateful. You can be grateful that you're still alive. So being alive, it means that you have a second chance to actually fight what you're being faced with. So guys, from me to you, I'd say that practice gratitude. Sit down and be grateful of the things that you have in life, the smallest things and the biggest things, your milestones, and the ones that you keep on failing. Appreciate them, because trying is very important. Trying, it's actually the most beautiful thing. And you try, you fail, it's okay, you'll come back again. That is the important part, that you have tried. Because if you don't try, we'll get into that topic someday. But if you don't try, it's gonna stay in your mind. If negative, where would I be? So it's better to try and know what were the outcomes than to stay and ponder on something that you don't know what were gonna be the outcomes. Yeah. So as let's be grateful that we're still alive, we're still breathing. Let's be grateful of the health that we have, the good health. Or how coolly, be grateful of the roof that you have on top of your head. Be grateful that you can school. Be grateful that you have the funding. Be grateful that school. Be grateful of metric. It's like finding the most smallest things. You're like, you know what, it's fine, I'm on my second gap year, but I'm grateful that my parents are still supporting me. I'm grateful that my mother still wakes up and encourages me to do this. Some of the people cannot even get that from their parents. Their parents have like given up on them. They're not even in support or helping them to get where they want to be. So it's almost like the things still when you overlook because you feel so much entitled to it, that you have to be grateful for. And trust me, they will open doors for you slowly but surely. When you're grateful, majority of the doors automatically they become open. They become open because you're no longer complaining about everything and anything, but you're sitting in the moment and you're being appreciative. And the more you sit in the moment, the more you excel in that moment, which is going to make you be able to unlock the next door, right? So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this episode. Do the wonders, Bafeto. I trust you. But yeah, this is it from me to you.